Hey everyone, and welcome. So, if you're an app developer, you already know that actually building the app is only half the battle, right? Getting it approved and seeing it succeed on Google Play, well, that's the other half. Today, we're going to break down Google's quality and spam standards to give you a really clear roadmap. Let's dive in. You've poured weeks, maybe months of your life into the code, the design, everything. You are so ready to launch. But before you go and hit that publish button, you gotta ask yourself this one critical question. Because, Google Play isn't just a store. It's a curated ecosystem, and understanding the rules of that ecosystem is absolutely everything. So first things first, we need to kind of get inside Google's head. What do they even mean when they say quality? Well, it turns out it all boils down to one central philosophy that pretty much shapes every single rule they have. And here it is. This sentence right here, this is your North Star on Google Play. It's really worth remembering because every decision you make should be measured against it. But the key phrase, the part that unlocks this whole thing, is engaging user experience. So what does that actually mean in practice? It means your app is more than just a list of features. It's really a promise to the user. It's a promise that it's going to work reliably, no crashing, no freezing. It's a promise that it offers something unique, something they can't just get anywhere else. And maybe most importantly, it's a promise that it provides real value. This idea is the foundation for everything else we're about to talk about. Naturally, this focus on value leads us right into the rules about spam. I mean, nobody likes spam, right? It clutters up the store, and it just creates a terrible experience for users. That's exactly why Google is so strict about it. So try to think of these rules not as limitations, but more like a shared responsibility to keep the Play Store a great place to be. The policies break spam down into a few main categories. We're going to zoom in on 3 of the most common ones that developers tend to get tripped up on: message spam, web view spam, and affiliate spam. Okay, let's look at a couple of these side by side. On one hand, you've got message spam. This is all about consent. You just can't send a text or an email for the user unless they see exactly what it says and who it's going to. Then on the other hand, you have web view and affiliate spam. This is all about purpose. If your app's main goal is just to push users to a website to get a commission, that's a huge red flag for Google. Google gives us a perfect example here, an imaginary app called Ted's Shopping Deals that was basically just a web wrapper for a shopping site. It added 0 new functionality, no unique value. It was just a website pretending to be an app. And that's the key takeaway here. Your app needs to be an app, not just a little window to someone else's website. And this whole idea of adding unique value leads us straight into our next big topic, the repetitive content trap. See, Google wants a diverse catalog of apps, not 1,000 copies of the same thing with slightly different icons. This section is all about originality. The guidance here is actually pretty direct, which is nice. First, don't plagiarize. Simple enough. Second, always add your own spin, your own features, your own original content. And third, this one's really important. If you have a whole bunch of similar small apps, Google's advice is to combine them into one bigger, more comprehensive app. It's really about quality over quantity. Okay, we've covered philosophy and content, but honestly, none of that matters if the app is broken. And that brings us to functionality. Does your app actually, work? This might seem super basic, but it's one of the most common reasons apps get rejected. You can almost think of broken functionality as a 3-step failure. First, the ultimate failure. It won't even install. Second, it installs, but when the user taps the icon, crickets. It won't load. And third, maybe it loads, but it's frozen solid. It's completely unresponsive. Any one of these is a total deal breaker. Your app has to be stable right from the very first tap. And it's not just about being broken. An app can also get rejected for having extremely limited functionality. We're talking about apps that are basically just a single PDF file or an app that has only one wallpaper. Or, and this might surprise you, apps that are literally designed to do absolutely nothing. It all comes back to that core principle. An app has to provide value. If it does nothing, it has no value. All right, we have covered a ton of ground. So now let's bring it all together into a final quality checklist. Think of this as your pre-flight check before you submit to Google Play. Here are the keys. Number 1, provide unique value. Don't be a copycat or a simple web wrapper. Number 2, make sure it's technically solid, stable, responsive, and it works. Number 3, respect the user. That means no sending messages without their explicit consent. And 4, it all comes back to that main idea: create a genuinely engaging experience. And in the end, that's what it all comes down to. As you're putting the finishing touches on your app, just ask yourself this one last, powerful question. The Google Play Store is a very crowded place. Is your creation a truly meaningful addition to that ecosystem, or is it just more noise? If you can confidently answer yes to that, you're on the right track.